Hello and welcome. Today's subject is this shelf. It's somewhere here. We're about to open the first box, not this box, this box. I don't say I have anger issues. New category. Cool. Kind of makes me feel happy. Okay, so today's lighting might be a little bit awful. There is no real lighting in my room. Like, I have obviously a light in my room, but it's not very well lit. But that's okay because we're not talking about my room today. What we're talking about is just that shelf. So basically, this is my reading shelf. This is a shelf where I put all of my currently reads, basically everything that I want to read or that is currently useful to me, except I've been buying a bunch of books and not putting them away, so then they end up on the shelf. So there's a bunch of books there that I'm not currently reading, but basically today I just want to go through all of my many boxes of books and restock this shelf with my 2025 reads. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be able to say that I actually did read them. So let's see how it goes. To start with, I just want to mention I have an excessive amount of books. There's this box, there's an equally sized box right here. Got this box, and there's still boxes coming, so as I'm looking for my many boxes of things, that is really heavy, and I need to just simply get it out. Whew. Okay, I don't really have a system at this point, but I'm thinking that at least separate books that I know I need to have on my shelf, and then work from there with categories and maybe get rid of some books, because I obviously have a lot, and I don't really use all of them, or read all of them, or like all of them, so it's probably a good idea to get rid of some of them, you know? Keeping this one because it's German and it's awesome, and I desperately need to up my German, so. These were super cheap at my local library, and I decided to keep it. Okay, I'm starting to make, like, categories already. So I've got my mystery novels, and then I've got classic literature. Is this not a cute cover? I literally bought it because of the cover. I was like, this spine, this cover, I don't even know what the story is about, but I was like, let me just do it. And also this one, I'm currently reading, I'm currently reading A Tale of Two Cities, also by Dickens. It's somewhere here. And can I just say that this print is just like amazing. Like it just feels really nice to read this, and also because it's classic literature, it just gives me a feeling of, you know, being classic. Another Agatha Christie. Guys, I don't know why, but I'm collecting Agatha Christie's. I've read one of her books, Murder on the Orient Express. It was amazing. It was really, really good. Did not see that coming at all. But I still haven't read any of her others, so I'm just collecting them at this point, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously that is gonna stay on my shelf because I'm obsessed with reading about the Five Love Languages, Gary Chapman. Yes, definitely very important book. This one, also extremely important because I don't say I have anger issues, I just think we all get angry, and this is a very good book. Girls especially, but I think guys can benefit from this too. This is Lisa Bevere. She talks a lot about her experiences, but also like ties it into the Word of God and goes through it in a very like progressive way so that you can actually follow along and, you know, grow. Karen Whitmire, guys, I have mentioned her on my channel before. I love her writing. I love it because not only is it like historical fiction, but it's just, it's such a good book. I think I have 2 of her books, 3 maybe, question mark. But yeah, I really love her as an author and her writing, and it's romance, historical romance, fiction, so keeping that. Haven't read this. I bought this not realizing that it's actually book 2 in a trilogy. So now I'm like, I want to read it, but it's book 2 in a trilogy. And I know for a fact it's gonna end on a cliffhanger. Not to mention, what if I want the rest of the books and I don't know where to get them? Or they're an astronomical price. This thing cost me like 20 rand, like less than 20 rand. And then I don't think I would be able to bring myself to buy the first and last book for like 300 rand each when I paid 20 rand for this one, so I'd have to search in all the secondhand stores for them, and oh my goodness, I'm torn. I'm gonna put this on the maybe pile for now. Alright, The Constantine Conspiracy. No idea what it's about. When I go book shopping, I'll show you. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because when I go book shopping at a secondhand store, I have a tendency to not necessarily go through all of the titles unless I'm looking for a specific author, in which case I will definitely have a look, like more closer look at many of the titles. But what I do is I look at the publication. That is a Christian publishing house. So every book that I buy that has obviously that, I will know it's smut-free, it's got good values, hopefully. I have had some failures on this where I was highly disappointed in the publishing house, but you know, like that's kind of how I find my books. Either I look for classic literature or something that has a, you know, like this one's Thomas Nelson. Revel. This is Revel. And then we've got Bethany House is one of my favorites, honestly and truly. In fact, I love this book. Go buy this book. It's so good. I love it. But yeah. Oh, that makes this one hard too because it's one of my favorites, and I tend to reread my favorite books a lot. Where did I put the other one? See, I put this one from my shelf to put it back on my shelf. So like, I can only pick a few of my favorite books to keep on my shelf because I want to put my to-be-reads on my shelf, so that I actually have them in front of me and don't have to dig in a big bad box to find them. So I'll have to make a choice. Guys, I'm so sorry about the noise. There's literally grinding and there's literally like a truck outside my door right now, so sorry. But yeah, so I'll put my favorite books on a pile by themselves, I think, so that I can pick a few. And that one, I'm not sure. I'll put it without. This, favorite book in the whole wide world. It is amazing. Definitely have annotated it, there's markers, there's bookmarks. Love this one, by the way. So there's definitely a lot going on in this book. Highly recommend if you haven't read it already. If you have, totally worth a reread. It's 66 books in one. Like, can you believe that? The deal, the bargain you're getting when you buy this book. Anyways. No, that one's obviously going on my shelf. I actually gave this to my sister. But I'll probably one day maybe read it. I don't know. Maybe. she's over there telling me to say more. I watched the movies already. They killed me. I died a little bit. And then I find out, oh, guys, never assume that you know what the book is about if you've read the movie, if you watched the movie. I just read, my goodness, the watched and reads are gonna go a little bit mixed up. I just read these with my sister. We bought them together. And let me just tell you, it's Divergent is still quite a bit like the movie. Insurgent and Allegiant are not. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. So, and then this is, I made this stupid mistake. I was looking to see how many pages it was, and then I saw the last page and I happened to accidentally read it. Bad mistake. Don't do that. But I'm too scared to read this at this point. Like, I feel like I'm going to be annihilated all over again. But did anyone else realize that it's not a trilogy? The Maze Runners are not a trilogy. They have 4 books. So, well, anyways, I guess they didn't make a movie of the last one. Maybe they sort of squished them together. I don't know. But the last one's called The Kill Order. I have the Death Cure. It's the only one I have. Well, don't have because I get W. Anyways, so that one should go on its own. I'm not sure why I got this book, honestly. I just really like John Maxwell. I don't remember reading this. Who else uses the most random things for their... Look at that. Can you see this? This is the bookmark that I found in here. Yes, I took it out and I didn't check the page number, but that's okay. I wouldn't remember the book anyways. I forgot what it was about. So, I don't know. Put it over here. This, guys, this one makes me so excited. I'm definitely keeping it. Just a little ASMR. It is my travel journal. It's staying on my shelf because I love it. Love my travel journal. What did I use? Oh, this I use as my poetry book. I have like all the poetry that I write. I write it into this so that I can have it all in one spot. So definitely keeping that on the shelf. Classic. That's an old journal. This engraved on the heart. I did read it, yeah. Okay, another second in a trilogy, but I've read the whole thing this time, so I just found this one and I was like, oh, I'm keeping it. We're about to open the first box, not this box, because I kind of half already opened it. Let's see here. We've got another mystery novel. Poetry of Emily Dickinson, that was a gift. Got the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. That's an old journal. This is my current journal. Oh, I told you guys I was reading The Tale of Two Cities. Here it is. Oh, there was a time, and I still look for them, but there was a time that I was obsessed with all the Nancy Drew things. And I'm not talking about when I was a little girl. I'm talking about, like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I was like a teenager. But yeah, so I have several Nancy Drew. I'm just set them aside by themselves. Here's another mystery, another Agatha Christie. Kind of in rough shape. I really want to cover this. I don't know if this is... Yeah. It does look like I've got all the pages. It just, this is absolutely falling apart. It looks horrible. Let me know if you guys want to see a bookbinding video at some point where I attempt to rebind some books. I've never done it before, so it would be a learning experience. It wouldn't be a tutorial. Got Prince Caspian. Got some Nancy Drew files. By the way, did you guys know? I didn't know this until I figured it out, like until I bought these. The Nancy Drew files versus the Nancy Drew sort of original are 2 different types of books. This is like for the older, like maybe teens, I suppose. And this is like young 10-year-olds and tweens and whatnot. So, like for example, just as an example, in these, Ned Nickerson is called Nancy's special friend. In these, it's boyfriend. So that's kind of a difference I noticed. And it's a little bit more like open about like gun violence and things like that on the files than it is on the normal ones. I told you I was obsessed with finding these. I love scavenger hunts, especially when it comes to things like books in secondhand stores. So I was literally going through all the books trying to just find any Nancy Drews I can get my hands on. Okay, Frances Hodgson Burnett, I've read, I want to get The Lord Fauntleroy. I would love, because that's one of my favorite movies. Like, there are 2 versions that I know of, both of them are excellent. I've never read The Little Princess. I did read The Secret Garden, though, and that was good. So I'm kind of leaning toward a maybe on this one. Opera si in TB, another Afrikaans Novel, we've got The Wounds of God. I enjoyed this one a lot. I've already read it. Messianic Believers on Detour. I have not read this one. Flipped. This is such a cute book. This is such... I watched the movie first and then I read the book, but it is just... Oh, it's so good. I really love that one. You guys can't even see my piles. This is just sad. There. Easy enough. A little bit. Now you can see me. Now you can see me and sort of see the piles. Okay, so that's my poetry pile, self-help pile, maybe pile, mystery pile. Not English pile. There's my mystery pile over here, so you can see it. What's that? Oh, that's the classics. Childrenish books is here. You can kind of see them. And then these are my just those. Okay. All right. What's next? We've got, oh, like I said, Secret Garden. The single Hardy Boys one, and then I happened to buy one which has a chunk of pages missing right there. So I have, it jumps from page 70 to page 147, and I was just like, and now I'm just like looking at it, I'm like, why am I keeping this? Like, I mean, it was great, and it really reminds me of the Nancy Drews, but why am I keeping it? I don't know why I'm keeping this. Winnie the Pooh. Guys, this was like my first Winnie the Pooh book. And you can say whatever you want to about, you know, how every one of them has some funny disease or some mental illness or whatever. This is my childhood and I will defend it. Okay, again, Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Conan Doyle. Oh my goodness, the type on this is so tiny. I don't know if you can see that. We got more Nancy Drew books. I don't know. Doesn't really fit into any of my categories. So, new category. Got a Civil War story. The Illusionist's Apprentice. Files. Okay, this box is done. The big box. Oh gosh. Heavy. There we go. Alright. We've got... You guys remember this? Who remembers this? Go comment. Notebook, music book, another notebook, another Agatha Christie that I haven't read. Oh, guys, this book I highly recommend to anyone even vaguely interested in apologetics. It is More Than a Carpenter by Josh and Sean McDowell. It is amazing. It is so concise and so, yeah, no, absolutely, highly recommend this one. Oh, guys, another Karen Whitmire that I am obsessed with. Oh, that one's fine. Another one of those, definitely check this out. Just another journal, unopened journal, another journal, another random DVD. Oh, I actually have the book of this movie. Huh. Another journal, another journal. Journals are over here. Got one of those. Another book, another notebook. Guys, I have a lot of notebooks and books and things. Okay, we've got another Agatha Christie. My Fair Lady. Love the book. Love the movie. Haven't read the play. A brain puzzle trainer thing. That's not mine, but definitely want to read that. So, poetry. Controversial opinion, but on this particular book, the movie was actually better for me. I've never failed with this book. Oh, another favorite of mine. This is like my original favorite book. Okay, aside from Mara, Daughter of the Nile. Is it any wonder? Another activity book. Fancy Landico. I never actually finished reading these, did I? No, I didn't. Oh my goodness, that's still my flight ticket. I was reading it in the plane. We've got another notebook. Got The Dawkins Delusion. Tale of Tom Kitten. Until I Met You. Another Landico. Another notebook. Another notebook. The notebooks are too far. Mission Praise. I don't know why I still have this book, honestly. More Afrikaans poetry books. Meh. Never read that. Never read that either. This was another original favorite of mine. This is like all magazines and such things. I'm not gonna bother with that right now because that's some natural, like recipe books and magazines and stuff like that. So that's gonna stay right there because that is a lot of effort and it is also extremely heavy. So cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slide over here. There we go. Okay. Whew. Another box. Favorite aisle over here. Okay, we've got Soul Surfer. Got a history book. Oh, Denise Hunter. I love Denise Hunter, so she's gorgeous there. That one's cool. Beatrice Potter again. Awesome movie. We've got another Winnie the Pooh. Another Agatha Christie. My goodness. This was supposed to be a really good book. I watched the guy teach, but I didn't read the book yet. I got another Francine Rivers, which I've read. This is the original play. I told you guys about My Fair Lady. It was originally Pygmalion, then they made My Fair Lady the play, and then they made My Fair Lady the movies. Another Josh McDowell, haven't read this one. Echoes of the Titanic. World Famous Piano Pieces. Through the Gates of Splendor. I've read that one. Also, a apologetics book. Deep Extraction. Heart of the Midwife. I never read this. And The Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I did read this one. It was really good. Alright. And that is this book. All done. Instead, since we got just this large mess of things, what do we got here? We've got Denise Hunter. I've got a lot of her books and I really love them. So let's find out book. Oh, I need to read that one. That's going on the shelf. More Denise Hunters. I have like, I'll tell you how many I have later. I think I have 8 of her books. And then oh, this one's really good. And then we got more Denise Hunter books. There we go. And then the rest of these I think are just all, yes, they are all. Okay, I need to check which ones I have. I'm collecting the Stormbreakers. The Alex Rider books. So, I need to take a photo. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Found it. And I was trying to remember which ones I have. Because, like, I have been only looking at these in, like, secondhand stores. I haven't been buying them new. So, it's, again, it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. And I've only ever read Stormbreaker. So, okay. That's all of that box. I can't believe we're kind of coming to the end of my book collection. I mean, I do have 2 other boxes that are kind of buried, sort of in the storage area. So I'm not going to go through those. I just love how this stack is the stack of my favorites. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. Yeah, can you see that? I have a lot of books. I do. Last box. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, wow. Wow. I've got a lot of stuff. But I'm really reveling in the amount of books around me at the moment. Kind of makes me feel happy.